Welcome back to the channel. On this video, I'm getting into a topic that is lighting up every CB radio, if you still have one, every truck stop lounge, and every Facebook group from coast to coast. I'm talking about the glass eye in the cab, the dual facing camera. Now look, outward facing cameras, most of us are cool with those. That's your witness. That's your he cut me off evidence. But the inward facing camera, that is where the blood starts to boil. I'm going to do a deep dive on this video into the pros and the cons and the flat out ugly truth of why these things are becoming unavoidable in 2026. I'm talking about the reptile theory that lawyers are using to take your house, and why your insurance company might be holding a gun to your head, and why the non-domicile CDL crackdown has completely changed the game this year. So let's start with the elephant in the room, or rather, the camera in the cab. Privacy. If you're a long haul driver, that truck just isn't a workplace. It's your bedroom, it's your kitchen, it's the place where you decompress after 14 hours of dealing with idiots on the 405. Drivers are saying, and I hear you, that the inward camera is a bridge too far. It feels like micromanagement on steroids. It's one thing to have a boss, it's another thing to have a boss who is digitally staring at you while you're singing along to the 80s power ballads or trying to eat a burrito without getting beans on your shirt. And let's be real for a second. We've all been there. You're in the middle of nowhere, the next rest area is 50 miles away, and nature is calling loud. Suddenly, that Gatorade bottle looks like a viable solution. But now you've got a 1080p high definition lens pointing right at the operation. Nobody wants a safety manager in Des Moines catching a live stream of that. And don't even get me started on the lot lizards. If you're still into that old school side of the road entertainment, well, the camera just turned your sleeper berth into a movie set. So why is this happening? Why are companies forcing this down our throats? It's not just because they're nosy, it's because of something called the reptile theory. If you haven't heard of this, you need to pay attention. Reptile theory is a strategy used by plaintiff attorneys in court. They don't just try to prove you made a mistake. They try to wake up the reptilian part of the jury's brain, the part responsible for fear and survival. They tell the jury, this trucking company doesn't care about your family's safety. They allowed the distracted driver on the road. They didn't monitor him. They are a threat to your community. When a lawyer can point at an inward camera and say, the company saw him look at his phone for 1.5 seconds and didn't fire him, they used that to trigger a massive nuclear verdict. We're talking $50 million settlements, $100 million settlements. The inward camera is the company's way of trying to kill the reptile. They want to be able to prove in court that they were monitoring, they were coaching, and that you were, in fact, doing everything right. Now, let's talk about why 2026 is different. This year, we've seen a massive federal crackdown on non-domicile CDLs. We have saw some horrific accidents over the last 18 months involving drivers who shouldn't have been behind the wheel. People with licenses issued through loopholes, often without proper training or domicile status. The DOT has stepped in with an emergency stance. They are auditing every state's licensing process. Because of those high-profile wrecks, the industry is under a microscope. The public is scared, and when the public is scared, the regulators get aggressive. The inward camera is being framed as the only way to verify who is actually driving the truck. Is it the guy on the CDL, or is it someone else? So, what are these glass eyes actually capable of? It's not just a webcam anymore. There are three big players dominating the market right now. First, there's Samsara. If you're a company driver, you're likely staring at the CM34. This thing uses Edge AI to analyze your behavior instantly. It's got infrared for the dark and even has a live stream feature where safety managers can literally teleport into your cab if they get a high risk alert. Next is Motive. They've leaned hard into the legal side. Their cameras are built to kill that reptile theory I mentioned. They track 15 different behaviors and give you a safety scoreboard. Insurance companies love this one because it's basically a legal document proving you're a pro. Then there's Netradyne. This is the one for the 360-degree view. It doesn't just watch you, it watches the stop signs, the traffic lights, and even the pedestrians. It's also leading the charge in 2026 with biometric iris scanning to make sure the person in the seat matches the CDL on file. And it's not just aftermarket anymore. In 2026, many new trucks, like the latest Volvos, are coming with factory installed eye tracking cameras built right into the dash. These systems are designed to detect micro sleeps. If your eye closed for even half a second, the seat will shake or an alarm will blast to wake you up. If you're a company driver, let's be blunt, you probably don't have a choice. Big fleets have been leading this charge for years, and the mid-sized fleets have finally caught up. In the current market, if a company wants to stay profitable, they have to keep their insurance premiums down. Many insurance providers in 2026 are literally telling carriers, install inward AI cameras or we are dropping your coverage. It's a comply or die situation for the fleet. If you refuse the camera, you're basically handing in your keys. But what if you're an owner operator? This is where it gets interesting. If you're a true independent, an inward camera can actually be your best friend in a lawsuit. Imagine you're involved in a fatal wreck. The first thing the lawyers are going to say is that you were tired or on the phone. If you have that footage showing that you were 100% focused, that case gets dropped. Now, if you're an owner operator with a small fleet, the camera changes from a shield to a management tool. It allows you to see who is actually taking care of your six-figure investment. You're the one who pays the insurance. In 2026, many small fleet owners are finding that they can't afford not to watch. So let's talk about the pros and cons and break them down. Here are the pros. Exoneration. It proves you weren't distracted. Insurance discounts. Often the only way to get a manageable rate. Safety coaching. This might actually save your life before you drift out of the lane. Here are the cons. Privacy. Total violation of your home away from home. Stress. Knowing that you're being watched 24/7 increases burnout. The Gatorade factor. The sheer awkwardness of living your private life in front of a lens. The reality of trucking in 2026 is that the Wild West days are officially over. Between the migrant CDL crackdown, the aggressive lawyers, and insurance mandates, the inward camera is here to stay. Is it an invasion? Yes. Is it a tool to save your career? Also, yes. The question is, are you going to adapt or is this the line in the sand for you? Let me know in the comments. Are you running with the camera and has it ever saved you? Make sure you smash that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. And if you're tired of dealing with brokers offering you cheap rates, check out my free course on YouTube where I talk about starting a box truck business in the final mile lane in 2026. The link is in the description box below. Also, check out the video on the bottom of the screen where I talk about the death of the MC number. On this video, I deep dive into why the FMCSA is killing the MC number and cracking down on chameleon carriers. So make sure you check it out. And once again, I'm Marcellus with Trucking with MBR. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video.